everybody, I'm back this week, and because the temperatures are just so absolutely frigid out where I live, I'm going to do something warm and hearty. This week we are going to do a single serving clam chowder in a mug. So first thing, right away, you're going to get your oversized mug. I went with my Wonder Woman mug today. You're going to get 2 slices of bacon, and you're going to chop them up tiny pieces. And I already pre-chopped mine because I didn't figure you needed to see for half an hour me chopping everything up. You're going to just put that in the bottom of the mug you're going to use. And right away, you're going to pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Grab yourself a spoon. And while that cooks, you're going to want to get a smallish potato because you're going to want to cut up and cube half a cup of potato. I already pre-chopped mine, like I said. You're going to want to chop and dice them up into little pieces because we're doing this in the microwave and you don't have half an hour, 45 minutes that you want to boil these things on the stove. You're going to want to do them 3 to 6 minutes in the microwave. And after you get your potatoes chopped up, get yourself a 1/4 cup of chopped up celery, again, little pieces, and a 1/4 cup of chopped up onion, again, little pieces. And if you're wondering where I got my recipe this week, right here, right out of this. I was searching for something more savory, hearty to do for this week. I thought, let's do clam chowder. I looked all over. I didn't find a single recipe that I thought would be good enough for you guys. So I sat down, practiced, turned out great. And that's what I'm filming for you now. So when this is done, it's going to come out. Careful because the mug will be hot. Use your spoon. The bacon will have it'll have cooked, but it'll be setting in the bottom, and you'll probably be able to get the whole mass out in your spoon and just set it aside. But leave the drippings in the mug because that's going to give our clam chowder some taste. Then you're going to get a can, about a 6.5 ounce can of chopped clams. Chopped clam, minced clams, baby smoked clams, whatever sort of clams you like. Get about a 6.5 ounce can. When you open it, don't throw away the juice. I'll show you why here in about 15 seconds. We're going to use that to help flavor our stew chowder. Stew chowder. Darn good soup is what I think. Okay, now you're going to hear a good sizzle going on. So just scoop that bacon out. We're going to set it aside, and we're going to re-add this. But for right now, we're going to let it set over here to sort of crisp up. Now, you're going to see a small amount of your bacon drippings. That's the bacon grease in the bottom. Take that can of clams, open it up, sort of press the lid down, pour all that clam juice, press down a little bit, into your cup. So that's going to help give it the good clam flavor. Take the 1/2 cup of diced up potatoes, pop them in there. Same goes for your celery. Same goes for your onions. Now, take your 1/2 cup. Sorry, I meant take your 1/4 cup. Put a 1/4 cup of water in with this. Okay, after you've put a 1/4 cup of water in there, you'll see it's pretty much covered your vegetables. We're going to put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, we are going to stir it and salt and pepper it. After we stir it, we're going to maybe get a piece of potato out and test it, see how done it is. I'll probably end up putting mine in for 2 minutes, but you're going to have to keep an eye on it because after about, you do it the 3 minutes, then you do it the 2 minutes, it's going to want to start bubbling up. If it starts bubbling up, take it out and we can add the rest of our ingredients. Because the rest of our ingredients are going to be, of course, the clams. And you gotta wonder who took your butter. is we're going to add clams, heavy cream, a tablespoon of butter, which I had one pre-cut in the fridge and apparently somebody used it. So I'll just set that there. I'm going to add a little bit of chopped up baby spinach to mine, which is completely up. That's an optional one. I just happen to like spinach in mine. You might not. Oh, if you're wondering about my awesome awake, almost forgot what my shirt said today. I thought it'd be funny to wear my Kraken shirt on the day I made clam chowder. Seafood references. This is one of the awesome freebies that I got from T-Villain for winning Most Creative in their logo contest last year. I know I should have worn it by now, but I have a wee bit of a t-shirt problem, so I have a lot. Oh, one other cool thing that I got recently. I meet so many awesome artists on Facebook. This guy is Silverbacks Media. He does this really cool series where he does all our awesome pop culture superheroes and stuff as paint cans. And I won a free giveaway for an awesome sticker. Honestly, admittedly, and I'm sorry, took me a minute to realize it was Drax. But how cool is that? But I wanted to give him an awesome shout out because I love his series. And you'll have to look him up, Silverbacks, or ask me on Facebook or whatever, because I love his stuff. It's so cute. I've got to hang that up somewhere, but I just kept it in the envelope he had sent in to show you guys. Okay, in 30 seconds we're going to stir this. We're going to salt and pepper it. There's no set amount of salt and pepper. It's almost kind of your taste. I'm going to put a little bit of pinch of each in, and then at the end, if I feel like adding more pepper, I will. You probably won't have to add too much salt because you're adding 2 slices of bacon, and that's pretty, and clams, and those are pretty salty as it is. Spoon at the ready. You'll see some bubbles, and you'll smell it, and it's starting to smell like clam chowder because you used all the clam juice and bacon. Nope. Potato's still pretty solid, so of course I'll plop that back in there. Healthy pinch of salt. Healthy pinch of pepper. You can use any kind of pepper and salt you want. I'm just happen to use the lost a veggie salt and pepper that I have in the cupboard. Okay, we're going to pop this back in for 2 minutes. This is where you're going to have to start keeping a closer eye on it because it might want to tend towards bubbling up. If it does, like I said, open it up, stir it, let the bubbles die down, and close it again. We're going to do it for 2 minutes here, and we're going to test the potato. We may have to do it for 1 more minute. I ended up having to do mine a total of 6 minutes the first time I did it, but I broke it up by stirring it so it didn't completely bubble over. And like I said, after this is done in here, we're going to put in our clams, our butter, our heavy cream, and I'm going to sprinkle some parsley flakes on top. And my baby, well, I'll put in everything and the baby spinach, but I'll save the parsley flakes for when it's done. So we'll end up heating it 1 more minute after this, just to heat up the 1 to 2 more minutes to heat up the heavy cream and clams. Mine is starting to bubble up, I can see that, so I'm going to have my spoon at the ready. In case I see it starting to hit the top of the mug, I will open the microwave and stir it. It's got 30 more seconds and then I'll test the potato. But mine is bubbling up, so I need to pause it and stir it. Sorry if I don't talk too much and I'm back to you for right now, but like I said, this is a touchy part. Well, it's not touchy, but you know, you want it to get the full 2 minutes of cooking because you want your potatoes to be done, but you got to keep an eye on it because the broth is right now so hot it wants to bubble up. Okay. Now let me done 5 minutes. I'm going to, careful because the mug is going to be hot by this point. I'm going to find a potato. There's a potato. Piece of celery. Got a little bit of a still a crunch to it, but it's not bad. And if you feel yours needs to do another minute, if you don't like how it's done, you can do it another minute. For me, I'm happy. I am going to now dump in those clams. I bought chopped clams, mostly because they were on sale. But you definitely want to get clams in juice, because like you saw, I needed that juice for the broth. Okay, plop your tablespoonful of butter in there. And now, if you want, let me move my notebook. There's no set amount of baby spinach. Mostly because the container's trying to kick my butt. I'm going to move my mug aside. I'm just going to get a small handful. Just kind of chop that all up into littler pieces. Which just involved me kind of crunching it into a handful and chopping little slices off. This is, like I said, an optional part. You don't have to. Okay, once you have your clams and your spinach in and your butter, get that stirred up, you're going to add your heavy cream. If you wanted a thinner broth, I guess you could say, you could use milk or something. I prefer heavy cream because I like a thicker stew. But you're going to get a half a cup of cream. And if you think that your mug has room for more, go ahead and top it off a little bit. I mean, you still want to leave some room at the top, but if you want to add a little extra heavy cream, you go ahead and add a little extra heavy cream. Just makes a thicker chowder. Now, this is where you get that bacon you set aside. Careful, because it still might be a little hot. You kind of just break that up into pieces, sprinkle that over the top, then we're going to pop it in for a minute, and then we're going to see if we think it's hot enough. Careful, because it is full. But we want to heat our heavy cream through. You can believe that the butter you've already put in has melted just from the heat of the broth. I mean, you can keep an eye on it, but at this point it's not going, probably not going to boil over. Just clean it up after myself a little bit. I'll have to type up that recipe later. Actually, maybe put it with in form so I don't lose it. 10 more seconds, then we're gonna try it. Sorry, I was just seeing how much time I had. About a little less than 15 minutes, and hey, that's not bad. Seeing how much time I'd taken on the video so far. Okay, we're gonna get out our chowder. I'm going to give it a good stir, and we're going to see if it's warm enough for you. Or technically me, since I'm the one eating it. Oh, that is good. That is perfectly hot for me. I don't like my soups boiling hot. Although I do like a little more pepper. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just me Liking a little more pepper on mine. Because like I said, you're kind of salt and peppering it to your taste. And I'm going to get a little bit of parsley. Just shake that right over the top. Make it all nice and pretty. And there, in a very, very short amount of time, you just made clam chowder in a mug. I know I say single portion, but this is a big portion. There, I wish I could show it to you better, but I don't want to pour it out. But you can just dig your spoon down in there. Get yourself a good old spoonful of potatoes and clams and baby spinach. It's creamy. It's buttery. Look at that big old spoonful of bacon and clams. I'm going to go enjoy this. You guys try this. Shoot me some suggestions for next week. Check out T-Villain. Check out Silverbacks. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.